I thought he was a comedian. I thought that was an act. Booing, cheering, I don't know. I was so embarrassed and I just rose up. Or I don't ever want to hear you rap again. It's a bad time. We do not need to go back to them times. That was the decision enough for me. I don't write anymore.
Hi.
Hey there, I'm Jay.
I'm Marie.
We're Good Soup Productions, and we just got done recording an episode of Good Soup After Dark, and you may notice the background's a little different. First off, Marie, can you present your piece?
Oh yeah, in the middle of this exposition, you can see our logo. It's actually our dog, Garrick, and he's a main character of an inspirational character on a Good Soup After Dark especially. And yeah, you can see he wearing a how it's called? Nightcap?
Yeah, nightcap.
Nightcap. And he's a sleepy boy. And I want to go a little bit more deep. I don't know if we talk about that, why it's a Good Soup After Dark, why it's so unusual name. Mm-hmm. Because our topic not after dark.
Yeah, it's not inappropriate per se.
Not inappropriate, but you want to step forward and a little bit talk about that?
Yeah.
After Dark, it's a little interesting name, and Sleepy Garrick is a showing up that we're talking about something really sweet and interesting for people. We're trying to inspire people with stories of artists, authors, influencers, any types of artistic people. And we want to make this as look like a fairy tale or inspirational stories from different types of artists we invite on our podcast and make it like a little fairy tale before bed.
Like for me also too, it kind of has like, I kind of like the whole like nighttime show, like night show, late show kind of deal where they interview like artists and different people of note. And instead of just being like crammed down to like a 5-minute section, mm-hmm. like just on a TV show, it's just kind of more of a fleshed out interview format that we like to do. And then also too, we want to do more stuff like this where it's just the two of us talking. But yeah, that's Good Soup After Dark. And as I said earlier, you may mention that the background is a little bit different because we're in a different location. Right now, we're currently shooting over at the base in Wilmington, Delaware. That's 920 North Church Street in Wilmington. Chris here has been really great to let us use the space. We've worked with him along with Trifecta Music.
Yeah.
Where they hold their Proving Grounds events, which is just live performances with artists that are just like doing genuine tracks, not on like their vocal tracks, but real performance based. Like Chris has this great space here, studio space. There's producers that come in here. They make beats all the time. They make music, live events. So if you are in the need of any of that, make sure to hit him up. Over at, you could DM him on Instagram at base_302. That's at base, BASE _302. And again, thanks to Chris and the team here for letting us use the space, especially to talk to these Delaware-based artists that we've been meeting. As you may or may not know, we're based out of Philly.
Yeah.
So this just makes it a little bit easier for us to just, connect with them and to connect with you guys as well. That being said, Marie, do you want to tell people if they're interested in being on the pod, how they can?
Oh, yes, of course. We put all information down below, but we have a form you can fill out with all information that we require from artists to be in a podcast or having artist profile. We also do that. You can check it out on our YouTube page. All the information and a link to the form we put down below with a base Instagram. We're going to be really happy to see you on our podcast. So if you like this video, press like, subscribe on our channel to not lose more videos that we have, and
make sure you share. Do you believe in life after love? Absolutely. That being said, we hope you enjoy this new episode of Good Soup
After Dark.
Welcome to another episode of Good Soup After Dark. I'm Jay. We have Marie behind the camera on the ones and twos. And we have a very special guest. He's a rapper, artist, bit of a rock star. Goes by $Quan. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing marvelous. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And just to right in the beginning, we just want to give you time. That's your camera right there.
Okay.
If you want to tell people where to find you and how to contact you, you can do that real fast.
You can find me on all music platforms and the $ symbol. Some people say money sign or whatever you prefer, but it's pronounced $ Quan. You find me on all music platforms under that. On social media, you can find me under Give Them Gold Quan. That's Give Them Gold Quan. I'm a pretty easy dude to get in contact with, pretty easy going. Just keep it cordial.
Awesome. And we'll make sure we put all the links down in the description below. So I guess just first things first, let's talk about your name. $Quan. Is that the proper way to say it?
Yes.
Can we just talk about the origins of that real fast?
Man, taking me down memory lane. So it used to be, I had a plethora of rap names. I used to go by Lil Q. That was probably when I was like around in 4th grade. We'll get to that story. But eventually, as I got older, it progressed into Young $Quan. The $, where the $ originally came from, is just how I am with money, and just how my personality is. I'm always getting well with people. To the point where essentially in certain places that I go, in certain circles that I operate, I don't essentially be needing money. So in the concept of which I see myself as money. Also with that, you know what I'm saying, I try to spin it off like with my talents and being creative and all that. But that's mostly where it originated from, me just feeling like money. The Young, it used to be spelled Yung. And opposed to, I just always try to be different. If a lot of people like a certain something for no apparent reason at all, but besides that, everyone else likes it, I dislike it. So I don't know. It's just always how it was. Always. I've been the underdog so much. I got used to it. I like it. So in situations where I'm not, I try to make myself it. You know what I mean? So that way I can get the results that I want.
I mean, the $ money, your performances are money. I've actually seen you perform here over in the base in Wilmington.
Yeah.
Twice for Proving Grounds.
I actually be performing here again January 18th. It's actually 2 days before my birthday. My birthday on the 20th, which is Inauguration Day and Martin Luther King Day as well. So anyway, and February, they have an affiliate event on the 22nd. I'll be performing up there as well. I'm trying to stay locked in and perform all year if I can, if they let me.
Absolutely, man. And we actually record some of that footage too. So it'll be fun kind of catching you both here again this month and next month over in Philly.
Nah, I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it.
You mentioned 4th grade, and that was when you were Young Q, was it?
Lil Q.
Lil Q.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your origins in the arts?
Them days. Well, starting off, honestly, believe it or not, I was like I told you, I come from battle rap origins. Just in my era, that's how anybody started off that dealt with music. You was battling people. If you had some bars you thought you could spit, all right, put the beat on. Let's see what you can do. I used to have a grade school friend. We didn't really start off as friends, but we grew to be real close friends. His name's Andrell Newman. I don't know where you are in the world, but if you're watching this, I happen to see this, hit me up, player. Funny story about that to get into all that. I used to steal raps, man. My dad used to send me these mixtapes from New York with all the, you know what I'm saying, underground music before it came out. Before 50 Cent got all super hot, you know what I'm saying, I was heavy into 50 Cent. I remember this one time we was in school, we was about to battle. Me and Andrell got to battling. I started spitting 50 Cent rap. He started spitting it back at me. It was crazy. From that situation alone, our teacher, her name is Miss Robinson. Shout out to you, 5th grade teacher. we used to always get in trouble for disrupting the class for being in the back of the class rapping. That was one of them days she seen everything that happened. She was like, all right, well, I'm gonna set up an assembly and have y'all come down there and rap at the assembly. You know what I mean? No cursing, none of that type stuff, right? Y'all raps. So I was like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? I wrote my little rap. I was set, I was ready. And we get up there on stage and I see everybody in school and I just froze up. Like, a word couldn't come out. You know what I mean? So Miss Robinson, she was standing right there. She just turned me around, like just spun me around. My back was to the crowd. And I mean, I try to sit there. I don't even know if they can hear me because they were so busy yelling and whatever they was doing, maybe booing, cheering. I don't know. I was so embarrassed. And then I went home and told my mom, thank God for my mom. Shout out to you, baby. She's such an installment that she just put it in me. She put the will in me. So when I got home and she found out everything that had happened, she was on my tail, man. She was on my tail. And then from there, it was do or die. It was either take it serious. This is from her words. Either take it serious or I don't ever want to hear you rap again. So here we are today.
And you took it serious from that early of an age, huh?
Yeah, of course. Coming from mom, that's like coming from God. You know what I mean? Coming from a single parent home with mom being the only backbone, plus seeing everything that she went through to achieve what she achieved, to help me get what I get. Yeah, that's like words from God. So whether you like it or not, you gotta listen.
And she's still a big supporter today?
Of course. She was just at my most recent show. Yeah, she's a great support system. Yeah. Again, shout out to Shay, baby. I love you, Mom. For real.
Now that's kind of a crazy story. Just like your teacher literally had to take you, turn you around to face the back so you could feel confident enough to rap.
Yeah, because it was over with. I mean, she had him up there. She let us get the drum set from the music class and everything. So people was up there drumming, and I was just like, no.
So how did your nerves get better from that point on? Like, was it just you putting yourself in front of people more, whether it was in the cafeteria, or did you have like more performances that you became a part of? Because it sounds like you didn't stop from that age.
I think it was more, like I said, coming from mom, man. There's no decision in the fact. It's already been made. It's either do or don't. You know what I'm saying? My passion for it, I really, you know what I'm saying, love music, regardless if it's rap, R&B, soul, rock, musical, jazz. It doesn't matter. If it got a night, if it can make me pop, yeah. You know what I mean? So that was the decision enough for me.
And from there, did you start doing like other performances? Like,
of course. I think that very next Christmas, she got me like a karaoke machine. I've been searching through my grandma's attic. I'm gonna find them. But I used to hook the karaoke machine up to the VCR, and I started recording over at like any VCR tape I could find in the house. Like, it was ridiculous. I probably messed up some real good movies, but and me and my homie, we would be on the mic, and make it even worse. It wasn't like we were rapping on instrumentals or anything, because there wasn't no YouTube. We talking prehistoric. You know what I mean? I'm probably up here looking like grandpop to y'all. But we was rapping on other people's songs. Like, these were songs that was playing, and we just got the mic, just rap about anything. And it was life. It was lit. Yeah. I'd do anything to go back and get them tapes.
And don't worry, I'm old enough to know what a VCR is.
Oh man, yeah, but it was them moments. It was a moment like that. Talent shows in the school. Going into middle school, they had talent shows. I was always intrigued and, you know what I'm saying, into that. Even at a young age, trying to get around battle raps. And even though that stuff wasn't really popular in the area at the time, like when I say popular, I mean like mainframe, like URL, Smack, all that. You feel me? But as far as like street-wise, oh yeah, it's going on. Like I said, if you think you can rap, yeah, you got to battle somebody. There's somebody in here that think they can rap too, and we got to see who the better one. You know what I mean? That's just where I come from, so.
So did you win a lot of those, lose a lot of those? Was it that kind of?
I'm not going to be the guy and say that I won all of them, but I will say I can't remember the last one I lost. Let's just say that. and that's up to date.
Is that something you still do today?
Not necessarily, but I'm open to it in any form of way, whether it be song, acapella, you know what I mean, however you want to do it. This is whatever. It's all, you know what I'm saying, competition in sport. But just some people get confused, and I have some friends that are like they real competitive. At least they want to be competitive. And under some natures, it got to be understood that there's certain lines that's going to be crossed. It's, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's still sport. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as LeBron and Steph Curry, if they friends at all. At the end of the day, they still play for two different organizations. It's still a sport that they both trying to achieve one goal. We both can't be the best. Only one of us can, not both of us. So with that in mind, you know what I mean? Tread lightly.
Nice. And then as far as just like outside of the battle rap and just like, when did you start? I mean, you did talent shows, you did stuff in the street. When did you start taking your music to the level where you want to be a professional? Like, what was that transition like?
I've always wanted to be professional, so I just always sought routes to whichever possible. Thanks to social media, mostly Instagram. I get connected into a lot of things. I see ads for stuff like, for instance, I think their name, shout out to Too Hot Radio. They're the ones that had me come to LA and perform for BET at the BET Awards in 2021, I believe that was. Either 21 or 22. My memory ain't the best. If you know me, you know that. Excuse me. But yeah, just tapping into stuff on Instagram, man. And with that, you gain the experience of knowing what's scam, what's real. People that have money don't want to ask you for money. They don't need your money. If anything, you will be using your money on you. Other than that, yeah, I mean, like I said, I just tap in. And from there, I get connected. I get the offers. People want me to come perform here. Same thing with the Sony situation. Apollo, I think I heard that ad on the radio, if my memory serves me right. And I just tap in. I hear the opportunity. Why not? I mean, a lot of people complain about music today, and some of them people that do complain make music, but they not taking the opportunities. Hard work beat talent every day. Every day. Hard work beat talent. And if you could put both together, whew. So that's just what my mindset is.
I'm interested in hearing more about those performances that you brought up, because those are some pretty big names, you know, BET, the Apollo Theater. Can you talk about the experience with the BET performance a little bit more? You said you had to fly out to LA for that? Yeah,
I had to fly out to LA. I had to pay for it out of my own pocket too. But the experience was marvelous. It was a day event, so it wasn't like during the night or anything like we're on the main events or the ceremony is going on. But it was still had music execs in there. I had a couple people that approached me. Yeah, I mean, got some information. That's actually how I got to do the performance for Sony Music down in Baltimore. Wasn't that Baltimore? Yeah. So, and that was right after LA. So I came right back from LA and then went down there. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was great. I had fun over there. Met some cool artists over there that I still talk to here and there. They're from over the country. Some in New Orleans, some still in LA. But yeah, the exposure and all, they contact me till today about events. It's just what they don't tell you about just music stuff, kids, is you kind of already need some money to be doing this. It's not just you're going to start rapping, get in the studio, put a beat on, rap, and then you get rich. It's not how it works. So the experience is great to find that out, the deal with that. So that way when the day comes when I am on that platform where, you know what I'm saying, those things are being taken forward, AKA maybe by a label or whatever the case may be. I know how to handle it. I know how to operate in it, you know what I'm saying, individually and now with an organization.
Now, those industry events, you're from Delaware?
No, I'm from Chester.
You're from Chester, Pennsylvania?
Yep.
Okay. But you do a lot of work down here in Delaware. You do some performances up in Philly as well, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, comparatively to those kind of like industry events or those bigger events, like how important is like working the local scene for you?
Honestly, this may sound a little cliche, but for me, it's all the same.
Okay.
It's all the same. And I think from that fourth grade experience is what helps that mind frame. At the end of the day, it's still the same thing I'm doing at the crib. I'm turning the mic on. It's some music playing. What's there to fret about? You know what I mean? And I think that's something great that Proven Grounds has been doing too, where they make you do the performance track. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you sharp, keeps you on guard. If I continue practicing at my game, by the time, let's say the day does come where I launch into stardom, I already have the whole package. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I won't have to be curated on, well, don't say it like that. Say it like this. I already know. You know what I mean? Don't cuss in this round. Say, I already know. You know what I mean? It's practice makes perfect. And I'm in love with what I do, so it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like something that I enjoy. When I get done with it, all right, I'll come right back to it like I never left. So.
And you left those set of nerves back in fourth grade. Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Back in fourth grade, yeah. I had to leave them on that stage, right then and there. That was it. Or I wouldn't be who I am today.
Gotcha.
At all. I wouldn't be who I am today. Music has saved my life in so many different ways.
Always when people create something, they create it on own experience, like if it's a song, if it's art, anything. When you create, what's inspired you to create, to write it down, the song, and what do you do? Do you create the music also? Or is like you just do the lyrics? How do your creation process works?
Well, when I did write, I don't write anymore. When I did write, sort of the process, it's still the same for me, I think. I feel like I'm a translator. I used to make beats. I don't really lay into it too much anymore. Shout out to my best friend, Mizzy. He keep getting on my top about it. He keep telling me, yo, start making your own beats. He be making his own beats. He's a little Kanye West. But I laid off of it because I feel like I'm already doing a lot. So when I get the time, whenever that is, that'd be something I get back into. But as far as like how do I come up with the lyrics or the experiences? I write about my own life experiences or sing about my own life experiences, things that I go through or maybe my perception on things. And I just feel like I'm a translator. I feel like I have the ability to hear what the beat is saying and put it into words. That's all I feel like I do. I put it in the beat's already in a rhythmatic pattern. So, you know what I'm saying? I just elaborate.
So beats come first and then song, or it's like song?
Most of the time. When I used to write, I could make up a beat in my head and write to it and then format it to a whole different song. I still have that ability too. I can take lyrics that I've put to a whole different song, whole different beat pattern and form it to something else. It's like water, like liquid. You know what I mean? I just make it flow, baby.
Kind of reminds me of a lyric you have in one of your songs.
See, so you see what I'm saying? I speak from personal experience. I try not to do what I call fantasy rap. That's where where people talk about things, and I don't knock it or shun it. That for anybody that do it, it's just not my cup of tea. I mean, so
can you explain what you mean by fantasy rap?
Just rapping about stuff that's not in your current reality, whether it be money, cars, women, houses, whatever situation. Some people, some rich and famous people that's, you know what I'm saying, that's been in the rap game for a minute, they be rapping about drugs and gun violence and all that type stuff, and don't be nowhere near in them circles. You know what I mean? And I understand why they do it for the appeal. It's just, that's not why I do it. I can care less for the appeal.
I like that. that you say, because I remember some topic where it's like talking about rappers who do the healthy life, do sports, like no anything, no drugs, no alcohol, but they singing about the violence, alcohol, drugs, and partying every night.
Yeah, it's teetering a line of being a hypocrite, and something that a phrase that I'm familiar with from childhood. I think even my grandfather used to say it, or I read it in school. I don't know. But either way, it was watch your thoughts. They become your words. Watch your words. They become your actions. Watch your actions, because it becomes your character. And your character becomes your destiny. So with that guideline, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, I gotta stay mental. The tongue is deadly. I used to be a loose goose, but you know what I mean, with age comes maturity. So that's just where I'm at with it. Plus, I got a son. So it's very important, and he's very observant. Very observant. He's very attentive to what dad does. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to monitor it myself to curate it right for him. So when he is at an appropriate age, it'll be better to explain or easier understood, because he's 11 now, and then he's asking, what did you mean when you said? Like, man, you know what I meant. Like, shut up. So that's mostly where that's comes. Like I said, where age comes maturity.
You said your son's 11?
Mm-hmm.
So does he get to listen to a lot of your music? Or
He does. He's there most of the time when I record it. Heavy as the Head, the last album that I just put out, streaming on all music platforms. Go check it out. He was there the whole album. He knows the whole album front and back.
Does he think it's cool that his dad raps?
Yeah, he loves it. He's on. I have him on a couple songs here and there. Not on anything probably out at the moment, but like blooper songs or just times where we in the studio just playing around. He's very intrigued with music, but he has a creative mind as well, and I love that. I love how he just, you know what I'm saying, he likes building toys. He'll literally destroy his toys and put them back together in various ways to make new variations of them. Like, I mean, I bought him these T-13 figures for Christmas, and he's going around the house getting aluminum foil and all types of stuff, making suit. He like, look, I made the Punisher. I'm like, all right, dude. So, I mean, he's creative. That's what I appreciate most out of it. You know what I mean? So I try to feed that. I didn't have that necessarily growing up from a male figure.
I like how you mentioned he likes to deconstruct things, destroy things to build them back up. Can you take anything from that when it comes to like writing your lyrics? Or do you think he takes from you when it comes to that?
Yeah. Well, to answer both, I think that's part where things may come from, like ideas, or if you hear in one of my songs, we call it paying homage, when you know what I'm saying, use someone else's bar or whatever. When I do that, I try to flip it in variation in various ways or whatever. So that comes with the deconstruction of whatever phrase or bar I may be trying to use. And then it may birth a whole new idea. That one bar may birth a whole song.
Yeah, it sounds like you taking 50 Cent music from the earlier mixtapes, rapping that, and then probably through that process, deconstructing it, realizing what makes a song.
I have a lot of people that tell me I favor him on certain songs. Like I sound like you flow like 50, or you sound like 50. Definitely 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, DMX, Biggie. These are definitely heavy influences of my building stones of becoming an artist. They are definitely heavily influenced. And I mean, of course, all the greats, like your obvious cliche ones, Michael Jackson and all that, but it's certain moments of these artists that, you know what I'm saying, I really cling on to.
So I mentioned that something that you said earlier about like being like Liquid kind of reminds me of a lyric of yours. And like I said, I've watched you perform a couple of times. We made videos of your performances, Maria and I. I wanted to talk about before, you know, we spoke before the podcast, and I asked you what's a song or two that you would recommend to people that never heard you, and what would you recommend they would listen to? Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, For the Times is the name of the song, and the other song is named Schwarzenegger.
Do you want to break those down for us a little bit? I'll put links in the description down below for the album and the singles.
Okay. Yeah. Well, for the times, how do I get into it? Like where the lyrics come from mostly is about everything, short experiences that I've been through in my life. When I say short experience, I shorten the experience, the phrases for the experience of my life. In the verses, good times, bad times, wish we had some more times, things like that. You know what I mean? I drop some bars about my son. I try to give my fans or the audience or whatever be it a little insight of me. For those that don't have the means to see me when I'm on live or know me in person or anything like that, to understand, you know what I'm saying, my personality. Hopefully they can grab some of that through there. And the beat is just, and it, so what led us right into Schwarzenegger. They, I think they were made by the same producer. If I'm not sure, I gotta check my emails. But yeah, so the beats rolled one right into the other one. So it was just like, and then again, like I said, my son was right there. I think at the time I was trying to get him to watch Predator, the original Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I grew up a big Schwarzenegger fan. I was just telling my fiance about this last night. I thought he was a comedian. I thought that was an act. Get out of here. Like I thought he was joking. Yeah, I didn't know that was really his voice. So yeah, I mean, I was real intrigued by the boy. I thought he was hilarious. And then Predator came out, I think, like 89. I was born in 92. So I hadn't even known about Predator at this point in time. So once my step pop, he put the movie on for me. Like, you don't know about this movie? And I'm watching and he talking like that. And I'm like, this is not a funny movie. Why you could drop the act, bro. But yeah, I mean, so I was already knee deep at that time. And me, I'm a loyal guy. You got to see it through. Yeah, I mean, so I just stuck with it. So with that, I don't know. It's just like I don't want to say an alter ego or anything like that. It's more of a frame of mind, if anything, but a persona, if you will. You know what I mean? That I partake. That 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Just that macho man persona. You know what I mean? And that's where that came from. So hop on eat beat. I flow just like water, baby. And it just, you know what I mean? I like the double entendre I get to use with his name, with Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean? So if you say it the right way, it sounds like he gonna do what to who? That's crazy. You know what I mean? So that's I just try to be a little quick with it. You know what I mean? Try to get people intrigued, make them laugh a little bit. You know what I mean? Hit them with some knowledge and then get back to bopping. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing now.
So other than Predator Schwarzenegger, is there another one that you channel when you perform that song? Any other ones?
Any other version of Schwarzenegger? Mostly Terminator. Those was my twist. Still to this day. I mean, I wish they stopped making them, but
oh shoot, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't stop watching them. It's like, yeah, I mean, bull falling off the bone in them Johns, but I love watching them. I think my favorite one. Whichever one, I know this probably sound like all of them. Whichever one he was chasing them with the fire truck. No, that probably sound like all of them. But he had to take, at the end, they had to take the John out his chest because it was going to blow up. And I'm like, damn, my nigga died. But he always come back, so it'd be cool. But Terminator,
he'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back. Always, you know what I mean?
Can I tell you what my favorite Schwarzenegger is? Commando. It's the worst one-liners. I think that was either 88 or 89.
Yeah, it's like the 80s movie make me cringe. Like, I be wanting to watch it so I can get the information. Like, I'm deep into, like, I know this has nothing to do with it, but I'm deep into, like, Prometheus right now, which goes into Alien. But trying to watch Alien, it's like, Yeah,
it was real cutting edge at the time. And that time was almost 40 years ago.
Sometimes they was bad times. We do not need to go back to them times.
But I recommend maybe smoke a little bit and watch Commando.
Okay.
if you haven't seen it.
I'm gonna try to check him out.
Worst one-liners, really great action.
I can already know now. I'm gonna be in there laughing my ass off. I don't know what it is. Irony. Yeah.
I'm not spoiling anything. He's in an airplane. He breaks a guy's neck, puts a blanket over him, tells the air stewardess, "Don't bother him. He's dead tired." And that's it's that kind of movie. But yeah,
I'm gonna tap into that.
Did I try to make you watch that, Marie?
No.
Okay, well now you're gonna. I have the DVD.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tap into that. Yeah, that's the persona I really partake when I perform is the dog. That's a whole nother ball game. I got too many. I got so many different personas. It's crazy. You probably think I'm schizophrenic.
No, you're just an artist.
Yeah. And that's where I realized where I'm elevated. You know what I'm saying? How I've elevated. So that dog has always been there. It's a switch. You gotta, when it's time to turn it on, it's no time to half step. And again, shout out to Mom. I think that come back all the way back to 4th grade. That one situation sprouted so many seeds for me to, you know what I'm saying, navigate. It was like, okay, if this don't work, I can do this. Oh, this work. Oh, they like this. Okay. So now it's even to where you hear songs like Schwarzenegger or For the Times, like the vocal presence, you know what I'm saying, match with the lyricism, match with the flow. It's like, Then when you hear the beat, it's like, damn, how can you not like this? Like, yeah, this is it. You know what I'm saying? And it make you want more. So that's just why I'm trying to, stick at with it. So I believe in once you learn something, master something, seeing how many fields that one something could work. So, once I mastered or worked on my performing, that then led me to work better on my lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Which then led me better to work on my let me to work better on recording. You know what I mean? So that way now it's the whole package. Like it's the same thing. When I turn the song on, that's the same bull I see on stage. Like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? So the fans, the audience, they don't feel shortchanged. That's it.
Have you ever had, speaking of fans and watching you live, has your son ever watched you perform live? Or is that something you want to wait till he's a little older?
I don't think he has. And it has nothing to do with him having to wait. Right now, mostly got to do with distance. He lives in Ohio right now. So he's about 7 hours away. But has he ever seen me perform? I don't think so. Yeah, he been in my video, but I don't think he has ever seen me perform. I mean, he's seen the video of me performing or like that, but other than that, no, I don't think he's ever witnessed it live. Not witnessed it live. That would be something I would, about that. That is something I definitely, that's moving to the top of the list. We gotta make that happen soon. You definitely gotta see me perform. I don't, because like I said, he's very intrigued with the music. Mm-hmm. And I think him being able to see that, because he's actually, not to say like he's performed anywhere, but he's actually done some things where, you know what I'm saying, they might have had a little mic in the stage and he got up there and did his thing. I remember when they were living down there, he had his mom and his grandmom and all of them come, yo, Quasir got up there, he was rapping, he was doing his thing, he was looking just like you. Yeah, that is something I would definitely like to happen.
Is that a path that you see for him as well? I mean, that might be kind of conflicting being that you're his father. You might want to be like a rocket scientist or something, but
I want him to do whatever it is that he wants to do. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in forcing him in nothing. So if that's something that he want to pursue, he got my wholehearted support. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, whatever he is, whatever he want to do, if he want to go for president, all right, now, but look, this will go with it. I'm more of, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'm the supportive one, then I'm going to make you aware of, you know what I'm saying, the pros and cons of everything. Because, being an artist or rapper, whatever you see me as, it may look good. That's because I make it look that way. Trust me, it's not the easiest. I know some people that's crumbling terribly, you know what I'm saying, even famous people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the beefs between Kendrick, Drake, all that stuff. It's people that's crumbling terribly. And all they got to do is just continue what they've been doing, your music. But this life ain't for everybody.
And going off of that, like, let's say hypothetically your son is dead set. You know what, Dad, I want to do what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you only had time to give him just one piece of advice that he could take with him for the rest of his life.
Always have fun. Always. Remember, always have fun. That's the main reason why anyone that does music does music. This the enlightenment, the relief, the high, whatever you want to call it. It was fun. Don't forget that feeling. And as long as you can lock that feeling in the bottle and keep it, you'll be good. You'll be good.
Was there ever a time that you lost sight of that and had to get that back?
Yeah, plenty of times. Plenty of times. I call it the Peter Parker moments, where he went through his little time where he didn't have his powers. And it was due to stress, mostly self-induced stress, overthinking stuff. Once you get back to just the basics, it's so easy to go back up. You know what I mean? So I just stick to having fun. If all else fails, just have fun. And most importantly, my passion for music, I don't believe I make music for everybody else. I make music for me. It's what I want to hear. You know what I mean? So other people like it, cool. It's here for you to music on all platforms. Go listen to it.
Yeah, I feel like regardless of the art, a lot of people get caught up on like trying to make stuff that appeals to the masses or a lot of people. I mean, even with us making this podcast, like sometimes I get caught up looking at the analytics, like who's watching, how long are they watching, only 4 minutes on this hour-long video, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like, just trying to regain sight of, well, we're doing this because we like to do it.
Right.
And if we keep doing what we like to do, then we might get better at it and it might catch on or it might not, but we just like to do it.
You lose sight. When you get caught up in all the distractions, you lose sight of whatever your main goal was. Regardless of what happens with my music, all I ever wanted to do was be able to record whenever I wanted, whatever I wanted, however I wanted, and be able to release it whenever I wanted. At the age of 28, I had both things accomplished. I'm now 32. I'll be 33 on the 20th. So as far as I'm concerned, my life dream is complete. I did it. I did what I wanted to do. Now, everything else that comes with it, blowing up and all that other stuff, that's amazing. You feel me? But I'm not going to be so bummed out if it doesn't happen. I mean, I love what I do. And I think because of that reason, you know what I'm saying, I will bubble, I'll blow up. But I ain't banking on it. I mean, I love what I do, and that's just good enough for me. You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at with it.
I like this mentality. I think my parents teach me the same way. If you do something specifically for money, you probably doesn't have no money, no fun. If you do something just because you like to do that, the money and success or whatever it can be, it comes with it. So you do something that you like, and with that, you just be happy. And if something comes with that, that's great. If not, you're just happy. And how my teacher of art told me, any artist have a fans, some fan base who likes their art, even if it sucks sometimes, but you think it sucks, they're gonna have someone who say like, that's great, that's amazing. And this support, I think, move the people forward because they do what they like and they have someone who support them. And I like that it feels like you have the same kind of mentality like I have and like Jay have. And yeah, it's push the people, do stuff just because they like it.
Do we have any future projects on the way? I know in previous conversations that you said you recorded 500 songs?
Yeah, over 500 songs last year.
First off, do you want to talk about that process? You just said it's your dream to make and record music, and I think you're living that to the fullest, and I think that's a good time to bring this up. 500 songs.
Over
500 songs.
Sorry, over. Thank you. 500 songs. Yep. Do we have titles for all those songs?
I sure do. I can pull some of them up. Some of them were some of this. It's crazy. I recorded 500, probably released just 7 last year. I think Heavy as the Head was the only album I released last year. So it comes with the process of me not writing anymore. I have a big brief. I should have brought that with me. I have a big briefcase. I still have my first rap book when I was about 9 years old.
Oh, wow.
Once I got the ability to record, well, I ain't gonna say once, because I've been recording myself now for about like 12, 13 years. I don't know, after a certain while, I got tired of tired of writing. It started to seem like more work, and it wasn't fun. It started to seem like more work, like I gotta write this song. Gotta write this down to do this. All right, then after I write it, I gotta see her. I gotta remember it. I gotta rehearse it. And it made good for other things like performing and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I would know my lyrics when I go to perform, but it's like by the time I go to record the song, it doesn't sound right anymore because I done recorded all of the oomph out of it. I done rehearsed all of the oomph out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I'm just doing it out of repetition instead of out of feeling, out of emotion. And it doesn't seem true. So that's what just led me to stop writing. I just started recording.
So you're saying the process, as opposed to sitting down, pen and paper, you just go in front of a mic, kind of feel the beat, whatever the situation is, you talk about it.
Yeah.
And do you refine it afterwards if you do something that you actually do like?
The way I set my process, I used to do it like that, but the way I set it up now to where I got it all set up to where after I get my lyrics together, all right, so this is how my process is. If I get a beat, sitting there listening to the beat, more than likely I'm rolling up. If you know me, heavy 420 friendly boy. By the time I get done rolling up, I either got the verse, I either got the hook and about 4 bars or 8 bars into the verse, or I got the whole verse. You know what I'm saying? So by that time, I'm just recording. It's freestyle, but I done remembered it in my head now. Because I done sit there and took about 5 minutes. So I done recited it, remembered it in my head. So boom, now I'm recording it. By the time I get done doing that, all right, now I'm sparking up, I'm smoking. About halfway through the blunt, I'm probably done the song. And I record in 3s. You feel me? So if I do get stumped on this beat, what we would call writer's block or whatever, if I do feel like I can't do nothing right now to this genre, I move on to the next one. By the time I do that same process and get to where I'm at in that one, I might say something in this song that reminds me about the last song. Like, all right, now I know how I can finish that. So if I get stumped here, you know what I'm saying? Now, all right, I put that on pause, go back to the first one, finish that one off. I don't feel like going right back to the second one, because I was still a little stumped. So now I'm on the third one. Halfway going through you know what I'm saying, do that process again. Now through the third one, I'm ready to do the second one. But now, in order for me to finish the second one, I need to hurry up and finish this third one. And I already have my presets as far as my stems and all that. I already have that set up on my program or whatever. So it's just ready for me to record. Boom, go right in. And I don't believe in deleting nothing. Only way I might re-record over it and say it differently or something like that. But at most, I might just mute something. But I don't believe in deleting lyrics, being though I don't write anymore.
So it's more look like you're not writing this on a paper, you're writing this straight to the tape.
Yeah, it's straight from not even from the brain anymore. It's coming straight from the heart. It's just straight from the heart music.
What's keeping you from releasing more? You said you only released 7 songs with your last...
Visuals. This year, that's my main focus. Visuals, videos. In any and every way possible. I need to get this handsome face in front of all the cameras I can get in front of. I'm sorry.
Hey, you're good. It just covered a little bit of face.
So, thank you. I'm trying to, visuals, that's the main thing that's holding me back. So, and the only thing that's really holding that up as far as, all right, fine. That's it right there.
521 songs, 27 hours and 34 minutes.
Yep. So, with the visuals, the things that's holding me up, but that's the finances, man. People want that bread to shoot them videos. And me, not that I'm cheap, I'm just more of invested into myself. So whereas I would happily pay someone to shoot me a video, I would also more happily just buy the stuff and shoot it myself.
Yeah, I mean, you really just need your smartphone
And that's
and a tripod.
I have all of that. Shout out to my baby. I have all of that finally equipped. And I'm gonna be getting to that real soon. Mostly learning the business. It's easy to just dump stuff out there, and I went through that. My first album, I had to take it down due to some copyright issues, but I'll be reposting it sometime or another this year. Called Victim and the Villains. It was 34 songs.
And that's a project that you put out?
It was the first. It was the first project that I put out. It was a 2-sided project. I had to take it down due to copyright issues or whatever. But I put out all that music, and it seemed like it didn't accumulate all the views that I felt as though it should have. And then with more releases after that, just releasing, even with the minor promotion that I was doing with just myself via Facebook and Instagram, some on YouTube, it still wasn't accumulating the traction that I assumed that it would. So it led me to, it got me a little deep in my downs a little bit. I got a little down a little bit about it, like, damn. But it made me toughen up and realize, well, maybe if I do things a little bit more concentrated and start paying attention to things more, it'll come over better. So I start looking at different artists like Chris Brown. He put out one album, right? And for like 2 years, he'd just release singles off the album while he's on tour. Like even songs still till right now that he's coming out with that we think are brand new songs, or just songs that he put out on the album a year and a half ago. You know what I mean? So it's with the dedication that stays with it. You know what I mean? So honestly, some of the songs that you might hear might be like 6-7 years old. It's just right now, I decided it's the time to push it. As far as albums coming out, I always have an album that I'm working on. Always. I don't need to be. But I always got an album that I'm working on. My project that I'm teetering with right now is called Dear Ladies. The title Dear Ladies is the album is geared towards the female crowd or the female audience. It's laying a little off all of the gangster stuff, the hardcore rap songs. Like, even though Schwarzenegger I wouldn't classify as a gangster song or anything like that, I can understand how people would get that impression. Whereas songs off of Dear Ladies, I have a single out right now from the album. It's called Feminine. That's also on all platforms. It's just geared at the female crowd, about things that they go through, their perception. Our perception as men of the females, of women. I don't mean to just keep saying of the females. But yeah, that's where that's going. And I plan to have some. I was just gonna do it a whole solo album, but I plan to have some features with some new artists that I haven't worked with before. So look forward to that. Look out for that. I also have a conjoined album that I'm working on with a guy that I mentioned earlier, my best friend's name Mizzy. You can also look him up under Mizzy, Mizzy. We don't necessarily have a title for that project yet. It's kind of hard getting together. It's like Batman and Nightwing versus Batman and Robin. So it's kind of hard tying him down sometimes, but when we do, we lock in heavy. And I have another project that I want to work on. What I began working on. It's called The Feature, is what I'm calling it, where it's going to be exactly what it sounds like. The feature. Every song is going to have a feature from different artists that I've never worked with before, maybe some that I have worked with before, things of that nature. That's what what I got so far. I got other things on the shelf. Shout out to my guy Ace Montana. We got a conjoined album that we've been working on for a little bit. That's called Deadly Alliance. So look out for that whenever we decide we're gonna start shipping it around. I got other installments for the year. My second album was called Year of the Dog. I have a sequel, which is called Year After the Dog. It's done, mostly. Visuals. That's what's holding that up.
Just got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah. 500 songs, man. Trust me. I got a lot. I got a whole lot. It's just, to me, I know my worth. I'm starting to understand my worth. So just keep dumping it out. No one's taking to it. It's like, nah. I'm gonna make y'all, just like y'all making me work for it, vice versa. I'll make you work for it.
Well, obviously we got a lot to look forward to, and we really appreciate you being on the pod. We just want to give you one more chance to tell the people where they can find you.
Well, thank you for having me. And y'all can find me on all music streaming platforms. Pandora, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you play music off of. I'm the $ symbol, that little money sign. Yeah, put that up there. QUAN. You should be able to find me on any platform. If you're having a little trouble, type in Heavy is the Head right after that, and it should pop my little handsome self up. Otherwise, on social media, you can find me under Give Them Gold Quan. That's Give Them Gold Quan. And that's under Instagram and Facebook. I believe Twitter and all that other stuff might be $ Quan. YouTube $ Quan. But yeah, and keep it cordial. You be nice, I'll be nice. It's free to be nice. Costs too much to be mean. I could just block you.
Yeah, and we'll make sure we put the links in the description down below.
Thank you. And again, man, thank y'all for having me. Definitely look forward to coming back sometime. Maybe discussing some other topics, whatever y'all got lined up.
Absolutely.
I have a last question. Who's better, Pokemons or Teletubbies?
Pokemon.
Why?
What do you mean why? Because Pikachu, Charizard. I mean, you can't ride no Teletubby. Don't get me wrong. I used to watch the Teletubbies growing up. Dipsy, the green one, that was my guy. He put that hat on. He started rapping. That was my boy, man. Yeah, even then, even as a little kid, I'm like, yeah, he get it. He spare. But yeah, definitely Pokemon.
Thank you.
And with that, we'll sign off. Picture time.
All right.
I'll teach you how to stunt. Go ahead. Just keep running the beat. And I'm just about to freestyle. What? Yeah. It's not that I'm squinting or that Hold up. It's not that I'm squinting or that I can't see, but I love rice and walk on trees. I'm rapping these. My masterpiece of catastrophe. I mean, actually, I'm on a rapping speed that don't know limits like Master P. Get Mr. Cool, go sit the shotgun on rapper beat. If a rapper asks for me, doggy dog, it's a tragedy. A hot boy since a juvenile, I was weed to weed, kept it many fresh. Never go stun on a team. A real nigga, I swear it's in every part of me. Put killer lyrics and R&B like both thoughts in harmony. Pardon me, you don't wanna be starting me. Got a bunch of bitches, they get it hard for me. Willing to go to war for me. Keep the key to the locks, so I know who's guarding me. Quick to rough ride on your whole squad accordingly. Of course, we keep recording this to move accordingly. Don't want to be a part of this. Keep on moving forward, please. I see that you watching me.
Checking my pockets, B. Go ahead, bro.
I teach you how to stunt, nigga.
My wrist be a Rocky B. But you know that
I teach you how to stunt.
Show you how to do it properly. Run it up, ain't no stopping me. Go ahead, bro, and copy me. Go ahead, bro,
I
and
teach you how to
copy me.
stunt.
I peep how you watching me. Checking my pockets, B. Go ahead, bro, copy me. My wrist be a Rocky
My
B.
wrist be on Rocky
But
B.
you know that Glock with me. Show you how to do it properly. Run it up, ain't no stopping me. Go ahead, bro, and copy me.
Go ahead, bro, and copy me. What? Shit. Thank y'all. My fault, I fucked up, but I kind of say that jump. Thank y'all, man.
Shout out $ Quan in the building.